Good afternoon. My name is Billy Jo Byerly, and I'm going to be talking about the Sanford Lab Homestake Visitors Center regarding to human resources and human resource management. Some of the reasons why their employees like to work there, and some of the reasons why it would be hard to keep employees there. First, a little background about the Sanford Lab Homestake Visitors Center. It's located in Lead, South Dakota, at a town of about 3,000. At one point, it was a booming gold town. It went on for about 125 years, from 1876 to 2002. The Sanford Lab Homestake Visitors Center opened in June 30th of 2015. The mission is to preserve the history of the Homestake gold mine and tell the future of particle physics. So this old gold mine, which shut down in 2002, it was bought out by Barrick Gold, not because it ran out of gold, but because, if you remember, the 90s, gold prices plummeted, and Barrick Gold wanted to control the gold market, so they brought out Homestake Gold Mine and shut it down because it was producing too much gold. And so Barrick Gold then gave the land back to the state of South Dakota, and the governor at the time was Governor Rounds. He's now the senator of the state. He worked very hard for the next 5 years to turn it into a particle physics lab. So at 4,850 feet below ground, they do particle physics down there. Over 900 researchers from all over the world. It's very similar to like when it was a gold mine, because we had gold miners that came here all over the world. So there are some similarities there, but now they do particle physics underground. The Sanford Lab Homestake Visitors Center provides trolley tours to tell the story and see the grounds of Sanford Underground Research Facility. The tour takes about an hour, and they have an amazing $5 million building that is absolutely gorgeous and really does a great job of preserving the history and telling the future. It's exceptional. There's about 6,000 square feet of exhibits. These are all free. It's entry free to come in to look around. And then they do have a really robust gift store featuring several local artists, from pottery to painting to jewelry. They really do a nice job of showcasing local artists in the area. So that is a quick overview of what the Sanford Lab Homestake Visitor Center is and its mission, and why they're around. So some of the competitive edges as far as employment would go is that it is a breathtaking building. It is one of the most beautiful buildings I've ever seen, and they get that comment a lot as people walk in. They are almost just their breath is almost gone because it's such a beautiful facility. So it's fun to work in an atmosphere like that. The cutting edge of science. Everyone in this area, and actually people all around the world, want to know what's going on in science and why we're doing it and how is it coming. And so it's a fun, exciting place to work as far as that goes. And it's a wonderful story about how old gold mine turned into a world-class research facility. Without Sanford Underground Research Facility coming in, the town of Lead would absolutely probably be about extinct by now. Everything revolved around Homestake. Lead is actually a few miles away from Deadwood. Deadwood, South Dakota is a gambling town, and Lead was the company town. And so when the company was gone, there's not much left of a town. So when Sanford Underground Research Facility came in, it really turned it around. It's a really fun story. It's nothing bad environmentally. It's just a really fun thing to learn about and why they're doing particle physics underground. So like I said earlier, there's over 900 researchers from around the world that come to Lead, South Dakota, to do research. Anything from particle physics, looking for neutrinos and dark matter, to geology. There's 26 different research projects going on. So one of the main questions that the Visitor Center's mission is to answer is, well, why are they doing it underground? Above ground, about 3,000 cosmic radiation hits your hand every minute. At the 4,850 foot level, less than 3 hit your hand in a year. So they're able to do what they call clean, clear research. When you're looking for things like neutrinos, which are much, much smaller than atoms, protons, and neutrons, you can't have any background noise of the cosmic radiation interfering with that. So it's a wonderful place to do that and to create that atmosphere. So all these 370 miles of tunnel, when it was the old Homestake mine, is now turning into these beautiful labs underground. So why would you want to work at the Sanford Lab Homestake Visitor Center? Well, mostly because it's tourists that come in and no one's sad on vacation. You get to work with people all around the world who are on vacation. They're having fun. They're wanting to learn. They chose this stop to come to. So it's not like they have to be there. It's a lot of fun. You get to continue to learn new things every day. All the staff is very up and knowledgeable on what is going on in the lab and what kind of research projects are going on underground. It's really critical for that. The trolley driver and the tour guides get to keep their own tips. A lot of other places they share tips, but at the Stanford Lab Homestake Visitor Center they do get to keep their own tips. And it's a very flexible work schedule because Stanford Lab Homestake Visitor Center is open 7 days a week. You can work 2 jobs and still work there. They're very flexible as far as that goes, and it's a very family-oriented atmosphere, and people do cover down on each other's shifts and things like that. But what the competitors have, the Stanford Lab Homestake Visitor Center is a nonprofit, and so it does not offer any benefits. So that can be really hard for especially young professionals who are looking to start their careers. Stanford Lab Homestake Visitor Center only has a few employees in the winter months and cannot offer all their employees full-time work. So they go from 12 to 15 employees in the summertime. Most of those are full-time, down to the director and 3 or 4 part-time employees. And that can be really hard because what do you do for the months of November through March? Now, a lot of the Stanford Lab Homestake and Visitor Center employees go and work at one of the ski resorts, which can help them supplement their income, and it's an off-season that they need them, and that can work well for them. But not everyone has that opportunity, so that can definitely be a downfall. So those are some of the things that the competitors have over the Stanford Lab Homestake Visitor Center. But on the conclusion of it and everything that we read and there's thousands of articles on what it takes to make good employees and work environment, and it's not always money and it's not always benefits. Over and over again, employees want to feel that they're part of the team and are making a difference. Austria 2016 refers to that. They really talk about how when people are excited to come to work and they feel like they're needed at work and everyone wants them to be there, that's way more important than the dollar rate hour. Employees want job satisfaction. The employees at Stanford Lab Homestake Visitor Center will tell you time and time again when somebody comes off one of the trolleys or leaves the visitor center and they say, I finally get it, I understand what a neutrino is, or I understand why you're looking for dark matter. It makes a huge difference in your day and how you feel about your job and getting up and doing it, especially when you're giving tours 3 or 4 times a day that last an hour. You can be really tired after that or not as excited anymore, but when you feel that you are fulfilling somebody else's desires and wishes to learn, it can go a long way. Many employees are motivated more on how they feel about their job and then the pay. If they want to be there, feel like they're needed to be there, they feel more like it's more fun and they own it. And that's exactly what you want, is your employees feel like they own this business. They love it so much that they want their name on it also. Stringer, Didaham, and I cannot pronounce that last name, went into that study, and it was very fascinating to see what are the motivators. Pay and benefits definitely can be, but they were not nearly as high as I thought they would be. Job satisfaction was much higher, so very interesting. That includes why you would want to work at the Stanford Lab Homestake Visitor Center, or what they need to do differently to ensure that they have good employees that come up. Thank you.